If you're a business owner or you're in a position where you prospect every single day, I believe that there's a new way of being able to create prospects, right? So a lot of the times people are continuing to do manually cold outreach, just connecting on LinkedIn where there's a new way. And everybody sees it. A lot of people see it on Instagram. A lot of people grow businesses very fast. I think this is the generation where people are making a lot of money very, very quickly. And what they're doing is they're using AI. So if you've wondered, like, what are they using to make sure that they're successful of prospecting, getting the clients? There's a few different ways. And this is not marketing, this is an operator, right? So how do you operate a way to prospect continuously? How to make sure that you're actually getting people in your pipeline? How are you collecting the data? How are you tracking the data? And how do you keep costs low? A lot of people don't know, but AI is very, very cheap, right? So the tool stack that I've developed is well under $400 a month. Obviously, what you need is training on the tool, how to use a tool, how to effectively get the results within the tool, and how to just make sure that it's set up. I have created something, an AI assistant, to be able to help you step by step on how to create all of these separate tools. So this is LinkedIn when I have over 2,000 people getting connected to every single day. You can see how many people are actually getting followed up with, and you can customize the language within each of those steps. This is Facebook. So now you can leverage a Facebook page, and now you do not have to manage the conversation, nor do you have to track within your own CRM system. It gets tracked automatically. This is Instagram, very similar, right? All of that data is tracked for people who are interested. So if you're selling a product or a service, that's how you're able to do it. And now you can see my calendar, right? So my calendar is completely packed of people who are interested, because the thing is it doesn't take away from a customized conversation. It's still you having the conversation. You just set it up to have those conversations on the go. So now when I'm sitting down watching a movie, conversations are being had. When I'm sitting down and hanging out with my family over the weekend, there's thousands of conversations still being had. They're customized, and then the conversation is still face-to-face. The phone call is still one-on-one. So you're not outsourcing the conversation, you're outsourcing the prospecting. So I would love to connect with any small business owners, anybody in the insurance space, anybody in real estate, mortgage underwriting, any capacity where you have to do prospecting. A lot of you already have AI CRM systems, but you don't have the Zapier connections to all the prospecting tools. So again, this is not a CRM sell. This is not a marketing sell. This is an operator sell, where you're able to actually understand how to collect data, prospect effectively, and you can still do the in-persons, you can still do all these things. It's just an extra layer of thousands of conversations to be had that are high quality conversations that lead to the direct result that you want. So if you want information, please put info in the comments below. I would love to connect with you face to face and show you through all these things. I showed you just some screenshots of what it really looks like on the back end, but I would love to have a conversation on how you can actually cater your business, whether it's products, whether it's prospecting clients, whether it's prospecting partnerships, just being able to create a brand to market, right? If you want to market the product, that's great. Or if you want to market yourself, that's great. I recommend getting a marketing team to do that. But how do you set the foundation that you're continuously outreaching to folks who are actually interested? Where the time is spent is when you're spending time sending the messages, creating the content, creating your brand, trying to do all these things all at once. And you're running a family, you're working full time, you're doing these things. So everything is compounding over time, where AI, if you put an input, it gives you the same output. So it's a compound effect. If you tell it to have 1,000 conversations, it gives you 1,000 conversations. You say you have 10,000 conversations, it'll have 10,000 conversations just as fast. Humans can't do that. So what you're able to do is create a broader reach. You're able to reach more people, have genuine conversations with people who are actually interested. AI makes a difference on the initial conversation. It doesn't make a difference on the relationship. So what you do is you outsource the relationship to people who are actually interested, your product, service, or partnership. So again, comment below information if you want to, again, get more details about what we're doing, how do I actually help people customize, keep costs as low as possible, and how to leverage these tools, maybe even as a tax deduction long-term, so you can compound the success you want long-term. So excited to talk to anybody who's interested. I have a packed calendar. I'm actually bringing on only about 10 more people to onboard and to consult through this month. So if you're interested just to have a conversation, no hard sell, there's no tactics, but how can it work for you? Again, comment info below.